first thing is first. The most important thing in life is family. There's no two ways about that. Today I've had Yaz's dad over from America, and he's staying with us for 12 days, and it's the first time he's met Bo. And, it's kind of thrown a little bit of the routine out, but it's absolutely fine because there's genuinely nothing more important than family, and it's good for Bo, my daughter, to meet her granddad for the first time. So I've kind of forced myself out on this walk on a night. So it seems like when I'm starting to get into new habits, there always seems to be something that tries to kind of throw it out, even if that thing is a good thing. And I think it's the universe kind of testing me and saying, is this habit really something that you want to try and keep up? And me answering saying yes, it is. And also, the benefit of a walk is just absolutely miraculous. Like at the start of this walk, I was thinking, my mind was starting to fall a little bit back into greed, and I'm thinking, like, I'm looking at the stock market right now, even though I've got plans with the money that I have saved, and I'm getting greedy looking at the market and thinking, we've got a 60% dip right now for Solana's all-time high. I think Solana at one point is going to get to £2,000 or $2,000 in like 5 years or whatever. So I could just put all my money in that right now and just wait it out. I could do that. But in a weird way, I don't think that's what I've promised God. And I don't think that's what my path is right now. I feel like I've made decisions made on greed quite frequently over the last year or so, been punished, and at the start of this walk I was getting greedy again, and also I was getting competitive and a bit jealous and things like that, but I managed to sort it out by clearing my head and talking to God. And one thing that I've realised is that I should be thankful for keeping the money that I have and not being totally wiped out to zero. So like, I can be pissed off that I've lost the money that I have, but did I deserve it? In the end, no, clearly not, because I've lost it. But could I have been easily wiped out? Yes. What is the reason I haven't been wiped out? Because I've managed to find God recently and started making decisions that were different compared to what I was making before, which means that I now have capital to do the path that I know is the calling, which is a harder path. But when you just know something and you've got the route in your head, and also, if that route, I think that route, when that route works, I've got a habit in mind of knowing what to do to regather and even, massively surpass what I already had, with a money generating machine behind me rather than waiting on the market to do its thing. After 8 years of cryptocurrency holding, one thing that becomes really evident is you don't get any income from this thing. All you're doing is waiting on the market movement, and you essentially, to last out for 8 years without having any significant losses, I think that's credit to me, to be honest, because in one bad decision, you can lose all of your crypto money. Just one bad decision. One great decision, you can make a stack of money, which I did multiple times. One poor decision has almost done me over for that section of my portfolio. Thank freaking Lord, not all my money was in that. Because at one point it was going to be, but I made decisions and didn't do that, thank the Lord. But one thing that is evident is not only do you need these assets, you also need income. And you also need higher income, lesser outgoings, and then more of that income can go into assets, which should go up over time or go down over time, but it doesn't matter if you're dollar cost averaging on a monthly or weekly basis or whatever you get paid, how often you get paid. It doesn't really matter. That's the only real way I found in 8 years of investing and trading. There's a difference. The only real way, long-term success, unless you're absolutely on the pulse of the market 24/7, you don't have any holidays where some blip news can happen. The way the market's looking right now is that people are getting excited that the rates are going to come down soon, but the Fed rate in the USA is still 4.5. It's still, maybe historically it's not that high, but compared to what it has been down at 0.4 or whatever it was a few years ago, it's high, and everyone's just looking forward to these rates. But we're still at 4.5 rates, and people are saying, oh, there's going to be like more money in M2, essentially the market supply of entire money in the world that is available to spend, should be increasing, but it's not really increasing right now. Like, people are saying it should start increasing, but it's not. And there's all these different weird reverse ways that the Fed is going to increase monetary supply and all that kind of stuff, but it's not happening. And I'm telling you, one bit of bad news right now and all of these risk-on assets can go to hell. Literally, they forget God candle, you're going to get an absolute fucking demon candle, one big red candle that could come out of nowhere that no one's expecting, because you got to have contingency plans right now. When the market's like this, when people are expecting it to kind of work a way out of it, no one's expecting that black swan or grey swan, or like an unexpected, or all it takes is some big country to put retaliatory sorry, I'm so tired, my brain's not working. Retaliatory tariffs on the US. Trump is not going to give in, is he? Let's be real. He'll double down, causing more confusion, and then there'll be something like a bomb will go off in Iran or something like that. And then, guess what? Fear of World War III again. Boom, markets, everyone out of risk on assets, 50% deduction in asset prices, blood on the streets. That's when you're meant to buy. So right now is the time to be, in my opinion, just being cautious. Even if you do miss out on an absolute God candle, it doesn't really matter, because there's always going to be more opportunities in the future. Like, even if, like, the way I see it right now is the risk to reward, like the risk of losing 50% of your net worth compared to maybe gaining a good 30% pump, I don't know whether that's worth it right now, to be honest. But it was me getting greedy, thinking, I could risk it by going all in on Solana. And, if I think Solana easy one day is getting to 2,000 per coin, easy, whether it's 5 or 10 years from now. I could just sit all my net worth that is in my crypto portfolio into Solana, and then dollar cost average back into Bitcoin over the next year or 2 or 3 or however long before the next bull, because I think that I don't think the 4-year cycles are, well, there's two arguments. There's a 4-year cycle that's been happening that has diminished returns, and no one likes to talk about it because everyone wants to get real rich and on mega pumps every 4 years. But if you compare last Bitcoin 4-year cycle pump to the one before and the one before that, you'll find that the actual percentage gains each time are diminishing. So now we might just be on like really small percentage gains and it might be the 4-year cycle played out. Do I think that's the case? I don't think that's the case. I don't think we're actually in the 4-year cycles anymore. I think we've got another 2 years of this bull, but with major dips within it. My brain's not working. You know, those zones where it's like disperse zone or whatever it's called. Distribution, that's what I meant. I think we're going to go in like a large period of distribution right now, and loads of people are going to get wrecked in this market. You can easily get wrecked. What you shouldn't be doing right now is playing with leverage. I'd just be sitting easy on some cash, waiting for a fucking whopper of a dip, and then maybe start playing with it then. Even if you miss out on a pump and a half, it's better just to wait for a whopper of a dip and then get double what you could have got and not lose half your net worth. But that's just my opinion right now. Who knows? Someone will be watching this in a few weeks and saying, oh, this aged like milk. But yeah, essentially, I've just wanted to just get on this vlog, just talk about the importance of God. Family is the most important thing, and going on a walk and talking things through in your head, figuring things out. Don't make choices out of jealousy. Don't make choices out of greed. Don't make choices out of desperation. Make choices out of calm, clear mind, and then ask God for guidance on what you should be doing, and you'll get a gut feeling. You'll get a nice fuzzy feeling when you know you're on the right vein of thought. That's me done for today.